Hey everyone, this is Brandon Oliveris from Co-Creation Coaching, and it's nice to be back doing videos. I haven't done a video for quite a while, and I'm actually wondering, I want to get your feedback. I want to know if videos are something that you enjoy watching. I've been doing mostly articles recently and some podcasts, but I want to know what my audience wants. I want to know what my readers want and whether you enjoy these videos. So just let me know in the comments, either on YouTube or at my website at cocreationcoaching.org, and that link will be in the description on the video. So, with that said, today's topic is: do you need to believe in the law of attraction for it to work? It's a really big thing because a lot of people really harp on about the importance of believing in the law of attraction. It's even like the second step of the three um, common steps that people teach about the law of attraction: ask, believe, and receive. Right? So it's pretty big. It's very, very, very emphasized by a lot of people. But is it really necessary? And the reason we ask if it's necessary is because it can really be discouraging if you don't have that belief in the law of attraction or in the fact that you can have what you want. Because a lot of people who are intellectual will have this sort of catch 22 going on in their minds where they want to get what they want to get, obviously, um, and will believe in the law of attraction once they start seeing it work for them. But according to this teaching, this common teaching, they can't get it until they do believe. So it's sort of, like I said, a catch 22. What do you do when you want to see if the law of attraction works, but you can't see if it works until you believe it works? And that's why a lot of skeptics are so against it, because they say it's just, wishful thinking, which it's definitely not. But, it can be hard to trust in something like this. It's such a new way of living. The law of attraction is such a new way of living that a lot of us aren't used to. There's that old adage, I'll believe it once I see it. But the law of attraction sort of asks for the opposite. It says, you won't see it until you believe it. And in a sense, that's true. And so we're going to be talking about that. What do you do when you don't believe it? What do you do when you can't get to that point right now where you don't believe? Are you doomed to have, just a regular life and not be able to create deliberately? What if you can't believe? What if you're logical and your mind gets in the way and you can't trust right now? What do you do? So, is belief really necessary? The answer is really yes and no. But we're just going to say no right now and I'll explain some caveats later. But it's really not necessary, and I'll explain why this is later on, how the law of attraction really does work. It's sort of just a shortcut when you do believe it. But belief really isn't necessary absolutely. It's not absolutely necessary. So I know, like I said, this is a common misconception. Like I said, it's the second step of the ask, believe, receive steps. So it can be surprising. Why isn't belief totally necessary to get things to work out for you? And the first thing to realize is that you have always been manifesting since the day you were born, even since before then, even since the time before birth when you were looking at this life and planning it out and deciding what kind of parents you wanted, what kind of family you wanted, what souls you wanted to be with, what experiences you wanted. You manifested all of that in this life from before you were even born. And once you were born, you manifested everything. Since the day you were born. Every time your parents fed you. Every time you got clothes. Every time you were able to go to school. Every time you got a new toy. As kids, a lot of us were really, really good at manifesting, even though we didn't know what it was called. But a lot of us are really good at getting what we wanted to get, right? Unless you had limiting beliefs installed, like it's bad to want things or something like that. But a lot of us were really good at getting what we wanted to get. And even today, everything that you see around you is a manifestation. So many people forget this. That the air you breathe is a manifestation. The fact that the sun rose this morning is a manifestation. The house or apartment that you live in is a manifestation. The computer you use and the internet connection you have is a manifestation. The electricity that you have, the food that you eat, all of that's a manifestation. From the smallest thing to the biggest thing. Every single thing that you have, that you experience, every friend that you have, all of that is a manifestation. And even more than that, that is a topic for another day. All of that is a manifestation. And I know that's pretty surprising, to think of that in that way. And when you manifested these things, that's exactly what you did. You can't get anything that you haven't manifested. Did you have to visualize? Did you have to believe in the law of attraction? Did you have to affirm? No, obviously not. So there's obviously something missing here. Because a lot of times, you get these things without even really trying to or working out how to believe in it or anything like that. They just happen. So hopefully that shows you belief really isn't necessary. But if that's true, then what's really going on? Why do people say belief is necessary? And how does the law of attraction really work? The answer to that is that the law of attraction, it's not responding to your thoughts or to your beliefs or anything like that. It's responding to your vibrational state. And vibration is one of those words that's thrown around a lot that people might not really get what it means. But it's just basically that the universe is reflecting back to you whatever you are feeling emotionally. If you're feeling happy, you're getting things in life that feel like happiness to you. If you feel fearful, you're getting things in life that feel like fear to you. If you're an angry person, you get more and more excuses to be angry. We all know this. The perpetually angry person who everything that happens is a reason to get angry. So the universe is validating what you choose to feel every day. And that's your vibrational state. That's what's really going on. It brings you whatever is a match to that vibrational state. And the more you focus on that, the more things you get that are like that feel the same way. So that's really what it is. It's not belief. It's not blind faith. It's not anything like that. These things can be useful tools. But I prefer to teach people the underlying principles behind the law of attraction, how this all really works, and why it works the way it does. And so I like to clarify these things, what really is necessary to get what you want to get in life. So it is the vibrational state. If you were to feel good, if you were to be in a happy, peaceful, joyful state for most of your time, even if you never thought about what it is you wanted, you would get all of your wanted manifestations. You would. There's really no need, to ask, to do anything like that. You would get everything that you want. And so the other thing to keep in mind here is the universe already knows what you want. It already has all your desires cataloged and stored up for you. The moment that you have a desire, there's a reality out there, a parallel reality where that desire is already fulfilled and being enjoyed by you, by another version of you. And your only job is to get to that parallel reality where you can also enjoy that desire. That's your only job. So the moment you have that desire, it's created. The universe has expanded a little bit and created that desire in reality for you. Just not necessarily in this reality yet, but you can get there. Okay, so you don't have to even ask You don't have to force things to happen. You don't have to try to believe. It's just once you feel good, all the things that the universe knows that you desire, that it's been queuing up since childhood, are going to start coming to you. And this happens with a lot of people where they start feeling good, they start being happier and more peaceful, and then all these wonderful things start happening they asked for years ago. And that's why, because all this stuff is being queued up for you. Abraham calls it the vortex, and I don't tend to use that word too often, just because I find it more confusing than anything for a lot of people, but we call it the vortex. It's the place that all your desires are stored up for you, waiting for you to get to a place where they can come to you, waiting until you are a vibrational match for them to come to you. Do you have to believe to be a vibrational match to these desires? No, they don't check in to see if you believe in it yet. All you have to do is be a vibrational match. If you want more money, do you have to believe that more money is possible? Not necessarily. That's an easy way, but no, not necessarily. All you have to do is feel good right now about anything, not even about the topic of money, just about anything. It's the vibration. I had a podcast, I recommended going to see it, about, is there a precise vibration you need to find to have your desire come to you? Is there a precise vibration for money? Is there a precise vibration for health? And in essence, I said, sort of, but you don't need to really worry about it. All you need to worry about is you feeling good and getting to a good feeling place, a high vibrational place where all of your desires will become a match to who you are now. Or better said, you will become a match to all of your desires. The money, the relationships, the job, the vacation, the house, whatever, the car, all of it. You will become a match to all of it without needing to believe in it. Without needing to believe the law of attraction is possible. How do you think millionaires are made? How do you think billionaires are made? How do you think Bill Gates and Warren Buffett got the billions of dollars that they have? It wasn't by, studying the law of attraction, as far as I know with those two cases. Yes, there are some actors, some celebrities who did use it. I think of Jim Carrey, I know, used it to get a lot of his success. But a lot of people have been successful who haven't used the law of attraction as such, not by name, but they know the principles. They know that they have to feel good. They know that they have to reach a state of happiness, of peace, before their desires can come to them. And that's exactly what they do. So, no, you don't have to believe in the law of attraction for good things to happen to you. If you look around, if you know people who are successful, even if people scoff at the law of attraction, but they're still successful, they're really still using it. They're still using it in their life without even knowing it. Just because they know how to feel good. They know how to align with their vibration with the vibration of what they want. Alright, so where does belief come in then? Where does belief come in all of this? Because it can be necessary. Like I said, it's yes and no. It can be a definite part. There's a difference to outline here. And that difference is basically, if you can look at your desire, or if you can just in general feel good without believing that your desire is coming, or without believing in law of attraction necessarily, then it doesn't matter if you believe it. You will still get it. So if you think about, let's say, more money or something like that, and you think, I don't know if it's going to happen, but it doesn't really matter to you, and you just decide to feel good anyway, you're not like real attached to it or anything, it'll come. Even if you're not totally convinced that it's going to come, it will come. Because you feel good, because you're in a high vibrational state. You don't have to try to force belief. But what happens with a lot of people where they get stuck, and this is where belief can help, where a lot of people get stuck is that they look at their money situation, for example. Any manifestation will work here, but they look at their money situation and say, oh no, it's not going to work, I can't get more money, and I'm going to be poor forever, and this is horrible. And they use that to feel bad. They use that as an excuse to feel bad. So that's where it can kind of backfire. Is they look at it, they really need it, but they don't really believe it can happen. And that disbelief just causes them to feel bad. It's not the disbelief. It's not the disbelief that holds the desire away from them. It is feeling bad. It's a low vibrational state which is holding their desires away from them. That's a really important distinction. Again, you could look at your desire and say, I don't know, maybe it will, maybe it won't, or it seems unlikely. But then you choose to feel good anyway, and it'll happen. I guarantee it'll happen. So that just depends on you. So if you're the type that looks at your desire and doesn't believe in it, and because you don't believe in it you decide to feel bad, then you might want to work on believing in it. But how do you get to believe something that is so beyond what is even possible, what seems possible to you? And again, this is something that's a little beyond today's topic, but what I want to say is you can start small. You don't have to believe, you can be a millionaire by tomorrow or something. You can start small and decide, well, I'll try to manifest something small. I'll try to manifest $10. I'll try to manifest, a really small thing to me. And if you start small like that, you can really build up your belief. You can start to trust more and more. And that's really what happened to me, because I kind of was put in a situation where I had to trust, but as time went on, I trusted more and more and more and more and more, and so more things could happen to me. And not because of the trust, but because that trust allowed me to enter a place of feeling good, of a high vibrational state. That's really what it's all about. So that trust helped me to do that. So I do recommend developing trust, but you don't have to, you can trust in small ways right now. You can trust in small ways and build that up. That's why people usually don't recommend, starting off with a big, huge desire, because it's just gonna, it's like if you go and try to lift weights, and you start with 100 pounds, it's not gonna work. You have to start small. So, or the same thing if I'm a pianist. If you try to start playing the piano and you play a really difficult piece, no, you're not going to be able to do it. You have to start small. You have to start at the beginning. It's just you have to build that up. Build up the technique. Alright? And again, I'm going to cover at a later date more about how to build belief in something. There's so much more you can do, but I wanted to show you it's not necessary if you can detach yourself from the desire. That's really the secret. If you can detach yourself from the desire, then the belief isn't really necessary. Because if you can look at your desire and say, well, I don't know, but it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to feel good anyway, and there's so much other good stuff happening in my life that it really doesn't matter. You have it made. That's fine. That's great. If you can't do that, and it's a really big, huge issue to you, and you can't let it go, then you might want to work on developing belief. But it's not because you believe in it or don't believe in it that makes it work or not work. It is because of your vibrational state. That's the big thing. I always talk about the emotional guidance system. It's the emotional vibrational state that makes it work for you. Get that, no matter if you believe or not, and you will get everything that you desire. Alright, so I hope that you enjoy this, and I invite you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and come over and comment on my blog. You can go to cocreationcoaching.org and see other articles like this, and comment and let me know what you think. What's been your experience with trying to believe in the law of attraction and in your specific manifestation? So let me know. Alright? Thanks everyone for watching, and have a wonderful day.